Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Thursday and we've got some crazy rumors going around about the character of Laurie Strode and a potential return of Jamie Lee Curtis. So let's jump right into it. Alright, just when you think you're out, that's how the saying goes. And Jamie Lee Curtis might be feeling that way right now because in a recent interview, she talked about putting away the role of Laurie Strode. But in the same sentence, she actually said never say never. This has got a lot of people talking, but that's not the only thing that has a lot of people talking about this situation. Apparently, in the past couple of weeks or so, she has posted some stuff on Instagram that may in fact hint that she is ready or at least willing to eventually return to the Laurie Strode role. But what is this? Is there any truth to this at all? And if so, what can we look forward to? Because this is a big deal. Laurie Strode is one of those characters that is iconic. Jamie Lee Curtis is an iconic actress to begin with. Her family has been acting legends, and she is no different. She is, in fact, one of the best actresses out there, but money talks. And the day that people realize that money talks is the day that they have to put away some of those things that they've said in the past about, I will never return to such and such role. I will never do this because I'm done with it. And then that paycheck comes, that offer comes for you to return, and you're going to return because the money is there. And that's the important key here. I think that she really does mean she's done. But we're going to get into that in a second. We're going to break down what she actually said in this interview. And I did look on Instagram. And all that I saw on Instagram was a post about the article where she was talking about that, and she kind of put a few little nice emojis there. You know, nothing too extraordinary, but I could see where people would read into it and think, wow, this is pretty cool. And then there was a post with a bunch of Michael Myers masks, and she said, get these while you can. And a lot of people took that, I guess, to mean that she's not done with the franchise. There's also kind of been some speculation saying that in recent years she has suddenly realized and embraced the fans of the Halloween movie franchise more so than she did in the past. Now, all of this is kind of coinciding to make this an issue, to make this one of the rumors going around right now. Now, we're going to break down this article and tell you what we think. Now, this is from Entertainment Weekly. The actor teased never say never when it comes to reprising her role in any future project. I have hung up my bell bottoms and my pale blue button down shirt, and I have relinquished Laurie to the ages with a warm aloha and thanks for all the years and memories. And yet, if I've learned anything in my 65 years on the planet, it's never say goodbye. So that's what we have going on here. That is what we've heard. There has been so much speculation going on about this, and it's funny to me because Jamie Lee Curtis for years has talked about not wanting to come back to the Laurie character. She has talked for years about not wanting to do it anymore. And the only reason she came back to begin with was that they promised her she could kill Michael Myers. We've talked about this numerous times on this channel. Laurie Strode is a character that has become iconic, and as long as the money is there, I think Jamie Lee Curtis will always be willing to come back to this character. She does not have the same type of love for this character that, say, quite possibly Neve Campbell has for the Sidney Prescott character in Scream, or some other Scream queens have for their roles. It really comes down to the money here. And if the money is backed up to her door, I think she would come back in a heartbeat. I'm going to tell you something, and maybe this is a bit controversial. I don't know. But I don't want Laurie Strode back if it means that Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back to the role. And this is because she has been so adamant in wanting to kill the character of Michael Myers and wanting to end the franchise once and for all and wanting to never have to come back. In fact, that was the whole point of the last franchise we got, was to give a definitive end to the character of Michael Myers and to actually make it so that Laurie Strode was done with Michael Myers forever. Laurie Strode got the victory in this when it didn't have to go that way. It could have been definitively that Laurie Strode's character was killed. However, Jamie Lee Curtis wanted to make sure that she killed the character of Michael Myers once and for all. She did this. Now, again, playing devil's advocate, let's look at the other side of the spectrum here, because now you can take it and look at it a different way. If Jamie Lee Curtis were to come back, how would they do this? How would they do this? Would we get an entirely new timeline once again? I don't think that that's something we should do. I think that if Jamie Lee Curtis came back, there is a way to do this that would make this really cool. In fact, it might be one of the coolest things that they could do for the franchise moving forward. Keep the story they had. You could take it and spin it out of complete control. Either by having the situation be that this trilogy, the last trilogy we got, never actually happened. Instead, we're continuing on from Halloween H2O. Or you could take it that the last part of it didn't happen. Now, let me explain what I mean. Basically, in the last part of the movie, Michael Myers got thrown into a trash compactor and he's gone. He's gone. He's dead. And Laurie Strode is writing a book about it. There's your catch. If Laurie Strode is writing a book, then the sky is the limit on how we bring back the character of Laurie Strode. If they want to say that none of the movie happened, it could all be her fictitious reaccountment in a book and what she would do to destroy the character of Michael Myers. A fictional book about the ongoing killing spree of Michael Myers. That is what I took from the ending of that movie. In fact, that's kind of my headcanon. That the entire movie that we're dealing with, the last trilogy, is in fact her fictional account of a continuation of the Michael Myers killings. But that also is kind of cool because that means that you could say that Halloween H2O happened and all of this could be canon anyway as well because it's all part of Laurie Strode's book. If, however, they want to continue on from the canon where we are, Laurie Strode could be haunted by the fact that Michael Myers is dead. She could be seeing him everywhere and not know whether it's real or not. I don't think that Corey's going to come back, but I do think that getting Michael Myers to come back in a ghostly form or something like that might be interesting. It would have to be physical, though. He would have to be able to physically reach out and grab people, reach out and get people. That would have to be something they would do. So what if the last part of the movie where she's writing down the events What if that last part, Michael Myers in the trash compactor, is part of that? What if they do that? Because that allows them to bring him back. It allows Jamie Lee Curtis to come back from the timeline that we are in without any reboots, anything to have to explain to the viewer, except that she wrote that part, except that that part is fictional. Then you could bring back the cast of that movie and allow it to continue from there. And that's okay with me. That's perfectly okay if they want to do that. And we have word that there is a Halloween TV series coming. So I think that, there is the possibility she's talking about maybe a cameo in that. Maybe some sort of de-aging of Laurie Strode with her doing the voice and AI taking over in terms of her image, making her look younger. I don't know what they're talking about there, but I do know that Jamie Lee Curtis has said she is definitively done with Michael Myers. She got her wish to kill Michael Myers. So I don't think there's any truth to this rumor, but I had to report this to you guys because this is something that is just wild to think about. That she did this interview talking about that, and the takeaway is that she could come back. And the fact that she said that she has learned to never say never sort of hints that she would indeed be open to it despite all the times when she has told us that she is done. But that is where I am going to leave it off to you guys. Would you like to see this all have been a fictional book written by Laurie Strode and for us to be in another timeline? Whether that be the timeline of part 2, whether that be the timeline of Halloween H2O, or whether the last couple of scenes in the movie are not real and they are a fictional account of Laurie Strode as well. And we can take that any way we want. But I want to hear your thoughts on it. What do you guys think about the situation? Where would you want the Halloween franchise to go? And what do you think the role of Laurie Strode should be in the future? As always, we want to know what you guys think. Make sure you are leaving us that comment in the comment box below, letting us know what you think. And don't forget to share this video with all of your friends. They're going to want to be a part of this crazy conversation as well. And then make sure you hit that like button. It's free. It helps the channel and we really do appreciate it. And then Miko says we need more subscribers. And look at this face. You don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell while you're down there so you don't miss a single video we do. And then friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.